In this episode, we explore strange happenings in Loughcrew Oldcastle, County Meath. Loughcrew Estate is a stunning parkland that spans across 200 acres of unmatched beauty. It has become an exclusive venue for adventure, retreats, weddings, private events, operas, and even the spectacular Loughcrew lights. The lovingly restored gardens date back to the 17th century, making it a dramatic landscape of historical and religious significance. Its magical woodlands and fairy trail immerse you in a mythical world of fantasy and imagination where anything you believe is possible. This is all thanks to the owner Emily Napper, who injected Loughcrew with a much needed transfusion of love and magic. But it wasn't always like this. Loughcrew Estate has been owned by the Napper family since 1655. A ruined portico is all that remains on the spot where a once grand stately home built in the 1820s stood. The legend tells of a priest who put a curse on the house because the owner at the time generously gave land to the Catholics to build their own church after the Emancipation. The local Church of Ireland priest was so infuriated he placed the curse upon the house. 3 times will Loughcrew be consumed by fire, crows will fly in and out of the windows, grass will grow on its doorstep. And 3 times it did, in the 1880s, in 1956, and again in the 1960s. There is a tale of a gamekeeper who met an old lady on her way to the graveyard, seeking information about the Plunkett family. He attacked her for entering the land and ran her like a dog. To quench his thirst after his anger, he drank some whiskey he pulled from his pocket, only to find himself waking up on a large tombstone belonging to the Plunkett family in Clonbrany, 6 miles away from where he was. The gamekeeper never again remarked on visitors to the graveyard. Loughcrew is also the home of St. Oliver Plunkett's church, which dates back to the 17th century. The young Oliver Plunkett lived with his family in the adjoining Tower House. It was taken by Oliver Cromwell in 1641 and said that he destroyed the church roof. Born in Loughcrew on All Saints' Day, the 1st November 1625, Oliver spent 22 years of his life here and prayed in the family church, going on to become Archbishop of Armagh and Primate of all Ireland. He maintained his duties in the face of English persecution and was eventually arrested, tried, hanged, drawn and quartered on the 1st of July 1681 and became the last Roman Catholic martyr to die in England. He was beatified in 1920 and canonised in 1975, becoming the first new Irish saint in almost 700 years. Some 40 years after his execution, his head was entrusted to an order of nuns in Drogheda led by his grandniece. They preserved it for 200 more years, hiding the head from British authorities and keeping it in an ebony box above a grandfather clock. Today, the saint's head is on display in St. Peter's Church, Drogheda, County Louth, alongside the cell door he was imprisoned behind before his martyrdom and becoming the patron saint of peace. All this and more is the reason I brought you to St. Oliver Plunkett's church. So today we're in Loughcrew Church, and this is the birthplace and home of St. Oliver Plunkett. And we done a baseline test here a few months back, and we actually got steps. We heard steps running up and down here on the stairs. So we're going to see if we can actually this time hopefully capture something, because last time we didn't have the camera with us. So let's see if we get anything. Oh. Hello. Somebody wants to say hello and communicate with us. Hello, my name's Colin, and this is Andrew.
Hello.
Wow, it's right up to yellow. Hello. Hello, we're very pleased to meet you. Hi. If you just let us know that you're communicating with us, can you make this device stop flashing? Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Can you tell us, are you male? You can make this device to flash to answer for yes or no. Flash for yes and don't flash for no. Are you female? Are you a child? Are you a teenager? We really, really appreciate you communicating with us. We're just wondering, do you remember us being here the last time? You do. Thank you. Was it you that we heard running up and down the steps? It was. Hello. Can you tell us, or are you a playful spirit? Yeah. Wow. Hello. Yeah, we like fun as well. We do. And you play games here? You do. Do you let people know that you're about when they come here to visit? You do. Have you scared people here? Have you frightened them by accident when you're playing? Have you played with children when they come here? I feel like this is a child.
Yeah, I feel like it's a child.
Yeah.
Can the children see you when they come here?
Oh,
yeah,
they can. Oh,
It's
wow.
very strong.
Wow, it's very strong. Very strong. Wow. Do you like being here? Do you like visiting? You do. You do. And I'm just wondering, can we hear your footsteps again on the stairs? Is there a way that we can hear your footsteps? Can you run up and down these steps like you did before? You can. Do you want us to go up the steps? Would you like us to walk up the steps?
I think the last time we were up the steps, we were up there and we heard it, so it might be worth going up there now.
Okay.
More steps up.
Oh, wow. Have you stood here and watched people from the balcony? You have. And have people seen you standing up here? You have. Wow. That's amazing.
Is it mainly children who see you? Okay.
It's amazing. Thank you so much for speaking with us. We really appreciate it. Thank you. It seems very excitable. Okay,
Just
it stopped. You can make this device flash for answering yes. Are you in visitation here? You are. I think this is a child. It feels like a child. Yeah. Thank you so much. Are you the spirit of a little boy? Are you a little boy? Are you a little girl? Birds. It just feels like a childlike spirit. I wonder, is this is this the spirit of an unborn child? I wonder, like, is it possible that that's a thing that, like, you know, the way we seen that grave on the way in? Like, is it possible that, you know, it is the spirit of this playful child that never got to come into being? I don't know. Did you live in the tower that was connected to the church? No.
Did you used to live in the Loughcrew Estate?
No.
So are you connected to this church? Are you buried on this land?
Yes. Can you remember the child's name?
Is your name Henry? Okay.
Oh.
This is the boy
Oh my God.
outside. He was born and died on the same day in 1899.
It is. That was validation. He never got a chance to really live, to grow up.
That's probably why he isn't answering the questions about are you a little boy or a little girl? 'Cause
Yeah.
well, technically wasn't. It's more of
No.
a spirit that wasn't born. Although, obviously, it was given the name Henry.
He just seems like a really happy spirit. And with that validation, it's gone quiet. Interesting. Are you still here, Henry? Do you want to still communicate with us? Do you want us to go back to the steps? You do. Okay, we'll go to the steps. Okay, we're on our way. This is amazing. Wow. Is it possible that you can make a noise? That's interesting too. Thank you. Can we hear your footsteps on these stairs? Can we hear you running up and down?
Oh,
That was a tap. Thank you so much.
there was something up at the top. Was that you? Oh, it did.
Was that? Yes. Just to validate that, Henry, was that you that made that noise up at the top of the steps? Did we just hear you make that noise?
Yeah.
Yes. Can we hate to ask again, but just to validate, can you please make a noise again? Just to let us know you are communicating with us, that we can hear you. Do you want us to go up to the steps? Do you want us to go up the steps? Let's go up the steps. See if we get anything. So we're going to try a new method, and it's called the Estes method. And it's when we use the spirit box and earphones. So I'm going to ask a few questions. Andrew's going to wear the earphones with the spirit box. He won't be able to hear any questions I'm asking, so we're literally using the spirit box as a way of communication. Andrew has no idea what I'm going to be asking, so we're going to see if we get anything.
Yeah, there's a lot of agreement as well. So well, there was. So we'll see how it goes.
Thank you so much, Henry, for communicating with us. If you can talk with us some more and speak into the spirit box that Andrew has, again, if there's a way that you can tell us, are you buried on this land?
I am close.
Thank you so much. Wow. Are you here in visitation? Are you a free spirit?
One of my favorites.
Yes, you are a free spirit. This is your, you are. And do you like coming here? Do you have other family that's
I
buried
like
here?
it.
Oh, we love it too. We really like it here. Are you happy to see us coming back and communicating with you?
I am here.
Thank you. And if there's a way
Close by.
close by,
In the street. More.
you want to talk some more? Would you like
I
to?
was walking.
You were walking. When we heard you the last time, you were walking up and down the steps.
1 mile.
Oh, is this where you have family?
I know how.
You know how to. You know how to visit your family?
Water.
Okay.
Possibly.
Oh, okay. Can you see your, are you with your family now? You are. Can you communicate that through Andrew?
Only with.
Oh, okay. Only with family.
2.
Two of your family. Is it your mummy and daddy? Are you with your mother and father?
In a while.
Okay. I really appreciate you talking to us. It's been so lovely to chat with you and get to know more about your history, about your family. Do you know that Oliver Plunkett used to live here? Do you know of Oliver Plunkett?
House.
Yes, his house was here. That's right. It was joined on to the church. And can you tell us, are you happy? Are you happy? You seem like a very happy spirit.
Believe everything.
We definitely do. Thank you so much for talking with us. We really appreciate it.
I agree.
Do you need help?
How I started.
When you were being born, you didn't get to live a full life. You didn't get to have a childhood. Is there some way that we can help you? Do you need our help?
I love it.
Okay.
It's settled.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's settled. Okay. And thank you so much for talking with us. We really appreciate it. Goodbye.
So as we came out of the church, we noticed that right outside there is a long road called Chariots Road. And we didn't know what Henry meant when he said on the street or something to do with a street. And Chariot Road is an old road because chariots would have been used a lot in ancient Ireland as well, all through kind of very, very ancient Irish history as well as across Europe. And it's right next to running water as well, and water also came up. And when he said I was walking, so we're just thinking there might be some sort of a connection there because it's right over the wall. So his grave is at the very back wall of the cemetery, and just over that is where this long road is, Chariot Road. So maybe he goes wandering outside of the walls of the cemetery and wanders the grounds of Loughcrew. Who knows?
So we've just finished our investigation inside Oliver Plunkett's church, and we got to talk to the beautiful spirit of Henry, and we're here standing at his grave, where his remains are. And when we were inside the church, he was telling us that he was close by, and a beautiful spirit and playful, and that was obviously the spirit we heard last time we were here, running up and down the steps. So it's probably been a really beautiful experience, a beautiful investigation to I suppose interact with a spirit that's so lively and so powerful. The EMF was shooting right up to red, and I remember hearing and reading about when children die, at such a young age, that they're actually very powerful in the spirit world, that they're more capable of communicating, and because they have more energy, it's really fascinating how powerful the EMF readings were and how quickly he was responding using the Estes method. He was born and died on the same day, September.
So born and died September 2nd, 1899. So
Okay.
I added it up. It was because today is the 2nd of October, 2022. So it was 123 years ago and a month today.
Wow.
And his is the only grave that's actually pretty legible. Everyone's else's is very, very faded. And considering it's that old, it's hardly the oldest one here, but it's actually in very good reading condition. So
it's funny though. When I walked in the entrance, which is back down that way, I turned the camera, and Andrew, who was beside me when we walked in, was you were straight up here, straight away, like you passed all the other headstones and you were drawn to this one.
I don't know why, I was just drawn to that one and then didn't think anything else of it. And then as soon as we were starting to talk to, Henry inside, it became obvious it was Henry. I kind of had a feel. I put the two together and thought, I wonder if this is him. Yeah. And it seems like we were right. So, and that was the first time we tried that method. And I think we got some pretty interesting responses. So absolutely. I think we'll be using that again for sure.
Oh, definitely.
'Cause I couldn't hear anything you were asking. I was wondering if what I was saying was just complete rubbish. But, no, I think some of the answers actually. And it looked like when I was talking, the EMF was going off at the same time, so
it was responding as well at the same time.
So that's interesting. We'll have to do more of that in future. So hopefully we get more spirits who want to communicate as actively as Henry, because that always makes our job an awful lot easier and certainly more enjoyable.
Well, thank you for watching this episode of Strange Happenings, and remember, strange is beautiful.
It is indeed.